Hi, this is Shoshana Shia of BeAHappyMom.com, which is the women's division of Chesed Ve'emet. And Chesed Ve'emet is all about developing a center which combines Torah and which is the truth part, and acts of loving kindness. We're in the process of doing what we can to help to develop a sustainable center, meaning that the center would be able to sustain itself, to be self-sufficient through a number of lines that we have on the go for earning what we need for developing the center, and to have a percentage to go towards assisting in one of our very special services, being empowering widows and orphans. So in today's video we have an exciting addition to our equipment, and this time it comes to our photographic equipment, which I'm really grateful and very appreciative for. This product has been made possible from one of our patrons, and you can find more about our patrons on our Patreon pages. I'll put information and links to our Patreon pages in the notes below. My husband and I are both photographers. We are improving the quality of our photography, but needless to say, we've been doing certain photography either of events, mostly weddings, with my husband photographing the men's side and my photographing the women's side. We also do photography of children in the park, which we very much enjoy. And we do our own photography of products that we're creating, going into our online store that you'll find on creationsfromjerusalem.com. And we're developing certain product lines that I'm hoping to bring in further possibility for empowering widows and orphans through these product lines, with a percentage going to develop the service, and also those items that are made by widows or orphans, they themselves would be earning from the products. So in order to sell them effectively, we need the photography of the products to be effective and beautiful, and the lighting to be quality lighting. And so as a result, for quite some time, I've had my eye on being able to add a Lightbox to our equipment. And today is a special day because one of our patrons has enabled us to be able to do that. So in this video, I'm going to be unboxing this new addition to our photographic equipment. I haven't seen what the contents of the box is like. My discovery will be just like it will be for you. It's all completely new. I also must add that I've never built or assembled a Lightbox. I do know a little bit about what the concept would be, and I'm really looking forward to discovering. So let's turn the camera the other way around and have a look at what's inside this box. It's going to start off as a cardboard box, and we'll find out the contents and the procedure, and I'll do a little bit of assembling and see what we're able to come up with. So here we are. We have a rectangular box opposite me on our table over here, and inside this box is a light box, and the purpose of this is to improve our product photography. So let's open it up. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see on the video. Right now it could be a little bit boring just opening up the box, but I haven't assembled one of these before, so it could be that we'll need to be doing the actual video in stages. So here's the first thing that I can show you, is that inside the box what you're going to see is a really beautiful black bag that enables one to carry and to store the items of the Lightbox. Let's see what the next stage would be. So here we get the name of the Lightbox, and if you look at the website, it helps you to be able to read the name, Godox. So let's take a look at what comes. Nice sound there. I didn't need any sound effects. So here we come. first thing one has to do when opening up and setting up any new piece of equipment is to study the instruction manual. So here we have the instruction manual, and it shows that the kind of lighting is going to be with LED light. It's a mini photographic studio. It's 60 by 60 square centimeters. It is 3D. Here you can see some information, and unfortunately that's the wrong language. So let's see, over here we have in English, and I'm going to switch off the video for a second so that I can study this manual, and I'll come back to complete the video. So I've been through the manual. It's only a couple of pages. It's in English with some very, very small pictures, and the first thing to do was to make sure that we have all of the items that should be in this package. The next step is to build the frame. So we need to make sure that we have 12 of these poles. They come nicely packaged in bubble wrap, and we need to have the right. Okay, so there we have 11 of them. One of them we pulled out yesterday. What got delayed things a little bit, which is why I'm mentioning yesterday, is that amongst the instructions is a warning that once you assemble this Lightbox, it's not advisable to take it apart again. And for us that's a little bit of a problem, because we do not yet have the venue and the full space for our treatment center, for our toy center. So as a result we end up moving quite a lot. So it's a little bit of a concern as to what would happen next time we move. Sorry for the sound of removing the poles. This part of the building could be a little bit boring, so I'm going to switch off for a few minutes, and I'll come back again once there's something more interesting to show. This part of assembling the Lightbox is so far fairly simple to do. It's just a case of attaching these joints on each of the poles and making sure that they face in the correct directions to clip it all together. And it's rather fun actually to be assembling something. And as I start assembling, I'm grateful that I have this size Lightbox and not the next size up, because our table would not have been able to handle a larger size. So I don't know whether people would be interested in seeing as we put this together, but I'll come back in the next stage. So we have some of the Lightbox assembled already. As you can see, we have the frame put together here, and we have this screen that goes between the diffuser or something. I forget exactly what it's called. The rubber bands of the diffuser, we have that in place. Now comes our difficulty, and that is because the images of this book are really small, so it's difficult to figure out in what direction some of the... Actually, I can see it through the video more clearly than I can see it in real life. We're at the moment at the stage of putting in the LED lights. It looks here as though they go one on either side when I look through the video. So perhaps that's what I need to do in order to make it more effective. Okay, back to building. So this is the Godox Lightbox. It's 60 by 60 centimeters square, and here's the portable bag that it comes with, which pretty much just has all of the bags and the wrappings inside, and the black background. We've got at the moment the white background inside. Here's an opening to be able to photograph from the front, and I have an item still inside that I was testing how the photography comes. So that's what it looks like inside. You can see all the poles are put together. There's a light that's fitted up at the top. There's the diffuser material at the top as well. And we have a light on the side here also. I don't know if I can see it. The one thing I would say with this, it's an amazing addition to one's photographic equipment. There's another opening here on the top to be able to photograph from above, and that opening over there is for the cords for the lights to come out of, to go to the external the power source. One thing I would say is the instructions are not so clear. The photographs are terribly small, and if anybody's new, it's their first time putting a Lightbox together, it can be quite confusing. We did, as you can see, we've managed to put the whole thing together. It's quite a tight squeeze, so zipping it up is a bit of a challenge, but we're really excited. And you'll see on the screen coming a contrast of an image, a necklace that we photographed before using the Lightbox, and showing you how beautifully it comes up with the Lightbox. Just a little bit of input about what the Lightbox can do and the benefit of having really good light source. So that's a little bit of demonstration, a little bit of explanation of our new addition to our photographic equipment, and we hope that you'll join us and enjoy the improved quality of images coming into our online store.